Let's talk about low I's. So low I's tend to be far more reserved. I also like to say they're far more respectful of words, meaning they use less of them in which to describe something that I might just take all kinds of rambling babbleness to explain. Low I's do a really good job of really being concise and limited with their words in a way that's really powerful. I'm actually quite envious. So what causes stress to the low I's? Well, frankly, group activities, and especially large group activities with people they don't know. In those group activities, any sort of prolonged interaction, right? So am I having to talk a lot? Like, am I being put up in the front of the room? All of those can cause more stress for low I's. For those of you on the video conference that automatically came in and turned off your video, I would guess that most of you are low I's, unless you're having a bandwidth issue. Even internally at Indigo, we have a couple low I's that work for us, and they never want to turn on their videos. We've been using Zoom conference for years internally because we often work from different places, and those low I's hate the videos being turned on. And the last is like, again, high I's can be a major stressor for low I's, especially when we just keep trying to ask them, so how are you feeling? What are you doing? You want to come do this with me? You want to participate? Like all of that friendly enthusiasm, especially when low I's are under stress, is even more annoying and more stressful. So how does this show up for them? Often they're withdrawing even more than their normal reserved self. They may be speaking even softer. And something unique about the low I is many times how they behave is also a reflection of some of their other DISC indicators. So for instance, if it's a low I who's also a low D, chances are they are going to be one of those that does withdraw even more. But if they're a low I that's a high D, chances are they will be even more sharp and more concise with the words that they use because they're under stress and they're even more direct. So how can we relieve some stress for our low I's, or those of you that are low I's, what can you do? Writing, journaling, drawing, any sort of non-verbal expression or communication. Any sort of ability to communicate, to demonstrate what you're learning, especially in our classroom settings right now, depending on how you're engaging with your students. Being able to offer them those non-verbal ways of either doing their assignments, really letting you know that they are listening, paying attention, taking in what you're saying. Any of that nonverbal is really helpful for them. And also, quite frankly, some alone time. What are some other ideas that some of you may have around, and this is where I'm gonna like put people on the spot. The low I's, of course, they don't wanna be on video and they don't actually wanna verbally tell me how they're feeling or what's causing them stress. So I'm gonna forget that I asked, but if you'd like to put it in the chat window, I would love to see it.